Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. Yesterday, during Jubilee Party convention, President Uhuru Kenyatta unveiled a fleet of vehicles that are going to be used for Raila's campaigns this year. So in this video, I want us to have a look at that short clip of those vehicles, after which, as usual here, we are just going to dissect that to see what that means politically. Have a look at this.
Alafu sema Raila atashindwa. Unaweza sema Raila atashindwa, my friend.
Alafu sema
anaweza. Hey. Ni pesa ya serikali yote. Wewe
Yes, that was yesterday during Jubilee Party convention. And if at all those vehicles will be used to campaign for Raila Odinga, then I can state here categorically clear that that's a good start and a good boost for Raila Molo Odinga's campaign team. So in this video, I want us to have a look at how campaign funding is actually going to influence this year's presidential election, considering that to mount a serious presidential election in Kenya, you need funds, and not just funds, but real funds. That's our analysis and discussion right now. In case you've just bumped here for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Late last year, IBC, through its chair Wafula Chebukati, capped presidential campaign funding to 4.4 billion Kenya shillings, though they later revoked that because it was established that a presidential candidate, to mount a serious presidential candidate, then you can use well over 20 billion Kenya shillings. So, what are the implications of presidential campaign funding this year for both the Azimio team and also Kenya Kwanza team? Which side, or rather which team, is most definitely going to win in terms of resource funding? If you look at Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila Molo Odinga, and Gideon Moi, those three leaders are ranked very highly according to Forbes report, where they rank the most richest personalities around the globe. Uhuru Kenyatta ranks highest, followed by Gideon Moi and then Raila Molo Odinga. And then William Ruto comes way down there. So in terms of campaign fundings, if you can pull the resources of Uhuru Kenyatta together with Raila Odinga and also Gideon Moi, then that beats William Ruto's campaign funding almost 100 times. So in terms of campaign funding, personal campaign, even before we look at external, then Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila Odinga, the Azimio team starts with a head start. And then now if you look at external funding, it's also very clear that Raila Odinga's camp, the Azimio team, have the potential to actually mobilize more funds externally than even William Ruto's camp. And I'm saying that because already we have seen top richest business people in Kenya throwing their weight behind Raila Amolo Odinga. And likely if you see tycoons in Kenya, they are most likely angling towards Azimio. So in terms of research funding for this year's presidential election, then Raila Amolo Odinga has a head start. That is one thing. And then secondly, to win a presidential election in Kenya, we know that you need funds for campaign logistics, for branding, and such kind of things. And how now is that going to influence the winner? Let me give an example of 2017 election. During 2017 elections, Jubilee actually outpowered, or rather outsmarted, the NASA coalition at that time in terms of branding. You could see Jubilee t-shirts all over, written Tuko Pamoja. You could see very heavy vehicles and machinery all campaigning for Uhuru Kenyatta and Jubilee at that time. On the side of NASA, their campaign at that time was not largely oil. So if you look at this year, 2022, it seems the thing has tilted towards Raila Amolo Odinga. So Raila is heading into this year's presidential election well-funded and well-oiled. And that is easily going to make Raila's campaign more visible than even William Ruto's team. Because I'm very sure that when now campaigns will start, then most definitely we shall be seeing so many vehicles branded Azimio, branded Raila Amolo Odinga. We shall be seeing so many posters, so many, how can I put it? So many campaign paraphernalia, and let me use that term, branded Azimio and Raila Amolo Odinga. And that has the potential of actually influencing even undecided voters to cast their vote with Azimio. Because the more visible a candidate is, the more likely that candidate is being seen that is going to win that election. So that can influence some undecided voters to cast their votes or rather their votes with that kind of a candidate. So on that line, Raila Amolo Odinga technically knocks out William Ruto. And then also if you come, or rather we come to the ground, to the masses themselves, in the event Kalonzo also supports Raila Amolo Odinga, then just as I did indicate yesterday, we are going to have one-sided kind of a campaign. Raila's campaign on the ground, they are going to be superior to William Ruto's camp, even before they start those campaigns. The mere fact that Kalonzo Musyoka is going to join Raila's team, that already is going to tilt the scales in favor of Raila Amolo Odinga. So even before the campaign starts, Raila will be having more clout on the ground than even William Ruto. And now coupled with the well-oiled campaign from the side of Raila Amolo Odinga, then I'm just going to see I'm seeing this election as just being a walkover for the Azimio team. This is an election that it's most likely the Azimio team is going to win, and they're going to win it with a landslide. And I'm saying that without any iota of doubt at all. And having said that, ladies and gentlemen, it's now emerging clearly that William Ruto actually is not in this race to actually win this year's election. William Ruto most definitely is in this year's election as a test run. William Ruto maybe is preparing himself for 2027 and not this year 2022. That's very clear. And from where I sit, I tend to believe that is now a reality that William Ruto has now come to accept. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, let me stop it there. But before I conclude, let me remind you that in case you've just bumped here for the very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Give it a like, please. And to those watching us outside Kenya for the very first time, kindly drop a comment. Let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. And if possible, again, subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans, our subscribers here, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. God bless you. God bless Kenya.